So once we are vaccinated, what do you think that should mean for us?
Well, it depends what you mean by vaccinated, obviously, Peter. There'll have to be some level, hopefully, and I'm not the expert on what level, but some level over which we can start to reopen to the world, where we can take international students, where people can hopefully freely leave this country, which they can't do right now. It's quite extraordinary. So that's the goal, obviously, and as I say, I'm not going to set that level. I don't know.
But what about domestically?
I'll
first
take
of all,
advice on that.
Let's go domestically. So Gladys Berejiklian said yesterday that once 5 million out of 6 million adults are vaccinated, so it's upwards of 80%, about 83%, then we can look at opening up. Is that a fair enough percentage, you think?
Well, as I say, Peter, I'll take the advice. I'm sure Ms. Berejiklian is taking the advice of her experts. Something around that figure sounds about right, but I myself don't know and can't hit the precise number for you. In terms of domestically, we are really opened up. There's not too many restrictions left on this country, thankfully, and hopefully we won't see more state border lockdowns. But yes, the continuing closure of Australia to the world does come at a cost to us, and that's not sustainable in the future. We have to find a way to reopen to the world at some point in the next year or two.
Well, when that happens, would you be a supporter of home quarantine for those vaccinated?
Look, it depends how it goes. I mean, I hope that we don't need quarantine at all eventually. That would hopefully be the end goal. I hope in 2 or 3 years' time we've got no quarantine. But before we get to that stage, there might be a point in between. Before we had the hotel quarantine, we did have home quarantine. It didn't last very long. That was at the very early stages of the pandemic. So perhaps as on the way out of the pandemic, we'll return to something like that. But it's a little bit too early to say. We've still got a while to go to get to somewhere around 80%. And I'm sure governments will start working out those protocols in the months ahead.
Yeah, that's going to take a while. You're right about that. What about these comments yesterday, Matt? The Virgin boss, Jane Herdlichka, had said that, I mean, and they want, it's in the context is that they want the borders opened up as soon as possible. She said some people may die, but it will be smaller than the flu. I mean, she is stating a fact there, but a lot of people have jumped onto that this morning. What do you make of those comments? There they are on our screen now.
Yeah, look, I think those that have jumped on her are doing so a little opportunistically. Obviously, Ms. Herdlichka put it very, very starkly there, but as you say, that is the facts. And I don't exactly know how the coronavirus will go over time, but if the coronavirus continues to spread around the world for years to come, and most health experts think it's something we have to live with now, it'll be here probably forever,